Every single candle on a chart tells a dark story. A story of someone's immense fear, someone's blinding greed, someone's broken hope, and someone's absolute financial ruin. For years, I looked at price charts and saw nothing but meaningless red and green rectangles. I foolishly believed that trading was simple. Slap on a few magical indicators, smash the buy button, and watch the cash rain down. But every single time I took that reckless approach, the market violently slapped me back into reality, teaching me a painful, unforgettable lesson. A price chart is not a collection of numbers. It is a live, breathing map of human psychology. And the definitive day I stopped just looking at charts and actually started reading them, my entire trading career was completely transformed. Today, I am going to open your eyes to that exact reality. I will show you how elite, multi-millionaire traders read charts, how they decode the hidden narrative behind every single candlestick, and how they predict explosive market movements with absolute precision, without cluttering their screens with 50 useless indicators. If you stay with me until the very last second of this video, I promise you, your vision will be permanently altered. You will never, ever look at a trading chart the same way again. When an absolute beginner steps into the world of trading, what is the very first thing they look for? They search desperately for a holy grail indicator. They load up their screens with RSI, MACD, Supertrend, and multiple moving averages. By the time they are done, their chart looks like a chaotic explosion of neon lines, resembling a Wi-Fi router thrown onto a monitor. I did the exact same thing. I genuinely thought that more indicators meant higher accuracy. But the brutal reality was the exact opposite. More indicators only created immense confusion. Why? Because indicators only tell you what happened in the past. They are lagging mirrors. But a professional trader? A professional trader reads probabilities of the future, and those probabilities are hidden directly inside the raw price action itself. Master traders do not look at a green candle and blindly buy. Instead, they ask a series of deep questions. Why did this candle form exactly at this price zone? Who is currently trapped in this position? What is the smart money doing right now? What are the retail traders thinking? This is where true chart reading begins. You must hammer this fundamental truth into your brain forever. The market is not a machine. It is a violent, psychological war zone of human emotions. On one side, you have the bulls. On the other, you have the bears. The price chart is the live, unfiltered record of that brutal war. When the buyers are aggressive, the price shoots up. When the sellers dominate, the market collapses. But the real, life-changing money is made exactly at the point where the masses emotionally shatter. This is why successful traders do not view candlestick patterns as mere lines in a textbook. They view them as raw human emotion. A massive green candle screams that buyers are relentlessly aggressive. A giant red candle proves that sheer panic has completely gripped the market. Small, stagnant candles reveal a deeply confused market, and a doji represents a fierce standstill where both sides are fighting to the death. Once you learn to read these raw emotions, you can completely discard 20 indicators because you will finally start to feel the heartbeat of the market. Let me share a devastating story from my own journey. There was a time when I grew arrogant, believing I had completely mastered the market. I entered a trade on a stock that was violently surging upwards. Every indicator on my screen was screaming BUE, and my confidence was through the roof. But out of nowhere, a massive, catastrophic red candle slammed down. Then a second one. Then a third. In a matter of agonizing minutes, my massive profit turned into a deeply painful loss. But the most traumatizing part wasn't the lost money. It was the absolute confusion. I kept staring at the screen, asking myself, how could this happen when everything looked so perfect? It was only when I stripped away the indicators and looked at the raw chart that the truth slapped me in the face. Right above the level where I bought, a massive block of traders had been trapped for weeks. The moment the price returned to their entry point, they desperately sold their positions to break even. A massive wave of selling pressure hit the market, and the price collapsed. That day, I learned that charts display human memory. Where people were previously trapped, they will fearfully sell again. Where people previously made money, they will greedily buy again. The market repeats the exact same patterns over and over because human emotions never change. Let us speak about the two concepts that pro traders respect above everything else: support and resistance. Social media has made these terms sound so basic that amateur traders completely ignore their true power. A support line is not just a random line on a screen. It is a psychological zone where buyers genuinely believe a price has become incredibly cheap. A resistance zone is where sellers believe the asset has become heavily overpriced. But here is the advanced secret that retail traders fail to see. When a market tests a resistance level 3, 4, or 5 times, what does that actually mean? It means the buyers are continuously slamming against that wall with immense force. The more a resistance level is tested, the weaker it becomes, and the higher the probability of a massive, explosive breakout. Professional traders don't just look at the lines, they measure the underlying pressure. And while the retail crowd sits and waits for a breakout to happen, the smart money has already positioned themselves way in advance because they read the footprints of pressure. Look at a single candlestick through a completely different lens. Imagine a candle with an incredibly long wick at the bottom and a tiny body at the top. A retail trader looks at his textbook and shouts, "That's a hammer pattern!" But a professional trader looks at it and reads the battle. The sellers pushed the price down with massive volume, but the buyers stepped in with overwhelming force and slammed the price all the way back up. The buyers completely won that war. Do you see the profound difference? One side is memorizing robotic patterns, while the other side is reading a living story. In this market, wealth flows exclusively to those who understand the story. This is why elite traders constantly question the chart. Who is trapped here? Who is panicking? Who is selling out of sheer terror? Because the market runs on emotion, not logic. If the chart reveals so much, why do 90% of traders lose absolutely everything? Because they do not read the chart. They predict. Prediction comes from a place of toxic ego, but reading comes from pure observation. A losing trader aggressively states, "The market will go up from here." A successful trader calmly states, "If the buyers maintain their strength above this level, the probability is high that the market moves up. If they fail, I do not touch it." Professional traders do not form emotional opinions. They simply react to reality. The market will never respect your opinion, your hopes, or your dreams. The market only follows hard reality. The ultimate secret of elite traders is that they do not enter the market looking to win every single trade. They are hunting for one specific thing: high probability setups with minimal risk. They accept that losing is an unavoidable cost of doing business. They keep their risks incredibly small, their emotional state completely flat, and let the mathematics of probability work over the long term. Do you know what the most dangerous trap in the market is? It is fake breakouts. Imagine a scenario where the price is slowly moving up. Every candle is green, the news headlines are incredibly positive, and Telegram channels are screaming that a massive rally is coming. Suddenly, a giant green candle erupts. Retail traders become euphoric, hit by intense FOMO, and they recklessly buy at the absolute top. But within minutes, the price brutally reverses and collapses. The breakout completely fails, and thousands of accounts are instantly wiped out. Why does this happen? Because the market is designed to inflict the maximum amount of pain on the largest crowd possible. Smart money routinely plays the exact opposite game of the masses. While amateurs jump in on excitement, professionals look for genuine structural strength. They check the speed of the candles, because emotional moves are unnaturally fast and dangerous, while sustainable institutional moves are steady and calculated. They check the volume, and most importantly, they exhibit extreme patience. The absolute worst enemy of a trader is a dangerous drug called hope. When a trader gets trapped in a losing position and starts hoping for a reversal, they completely blind themselves to the chart. They stop seeing reality and start praying. Elite traders do not operate on hope. They operate strictly on execution signals. The market almost always gives warning signs before a massive trend reverses. When a stock is surging and the candles start getting smaller and smaller, the price is still going up, but the underlying momentum is dying. The buyers are completely exhausted. Smart money uses these distribution phases to silently exit their positions while retail traders are being fed bullish news on YouTube and Telegram. Successful trading is not an intellectual test. It is an absolute test of your character. If you are impatient in life, the market will aggressively expose you. If you are greedy, the market will ruthlessly bankrupt you. If you are emotionally volatile, the market will utterly destroy you. But if you can master the art of discipline, if you can cultivate unshakable patience, and if you can learn to sit on your hands and do absolutely nothing when there is no setup, you will not just conquer this market, you will completely transform your entire life. Stop chasing the dream of overnight wealth and start accepting the reality of professional execution. Protect your capital, Read the raw footprints of human emotion on the candles, and let the masses gamble their lives away while you systematically build your empire.